Hey folks, quick video from DaddyRabbit. Something I wanted to share with you all. The lack of leadership in a natural disaster can be just as bad as the disaster. A bad leader or bad leaders will screw up things worse than the disaster. It's kind of like a know-it-all. Some people claim that they can do anything and they can't do anything, rather than stepping back and letting someone take charge that knows what's going on. Now, the flood is just too big. Even I know about it, and I tell y'all all the time. I'm not big into watching the news and all that, but social media started blowing up when they started talking about this hurricane. And I live in Tennessee, and where I live, thankfully, we were not affected. But there are absolutely people that has had their lives totally destroyed. And I think if anybody watches my channel, you know which way I lean. I don't really, I don't come out and say it per se, but in order, if somebody asks, I'd tell you. I don't care. I don't keep anything from you all. But my opinion is they are, I know there's some federal laws a while back changed that if your property is deemed a natural disaster or if your land is destroyed, the Fed can come in and take your land, and I'm not sure if they have to give you another place to live or pay you for your property. I'm sure they do, and shoo you off the property. But what I find amazing, totally amazing, one place has got lithium, and just right prior to this disaster, a mining company filed the paperwork, money changed hands, and then just right down the road in another town, they have crystals. And all that, you think about it. What's up, Monty? There's big money changing hands. And what I think really just chapped everybody's ass. Hey, Leah, I ain't seen you in a long time. Is that the Fed don't give a shit about those people and what they're going to give them $750. Some mayor's daughter lost everything. Kamala told her, hey, you can get $750. She filed the paperwork and they denied her and only gave her $300. And where they're giving all these countries billions of dollars, billions. That shows you they want us all to die. They don't give a shit about us. And I forget the year and who said it, but some of you all will know. A queen, her subjects were starving, and they told her, hey queen, they don't even have bread. And she said, let them eat cake. Well, if you ain't got bread, you ain't got cake. And people can say what they want. I'm way past politics. I think this is a global grab with the, God, I can't believe I'm going to say it, with the New World Order and National Health Organization, and it's about world domination. And they don't give a shit about us. They would just soon us die. And then somebody was giving an interview, I think with FEMA, and the guy said, yeah, as soon as we execute 70,000. And then he said, oh, that's not what I meant to say. Oh, no, he said exactly what he meant. See, those people up in them mountains, they could go up there and do away with them, and you would not necessarily know it, because some of them places are so remote. Even when there's good weather, you're not getting to them. And that's the way they want to live, in more power to them. If you want to live in the sticks and homeschool your children, by all means do so. But this just shows you how devious, how mean our government is. And some people say, "Oh no, that bullshit." When you can send an F-16 halfway around the world and blow somebody's house up because you don't like their politics, you think for 1 second they don't care to do away with part of us to for those people to get richer? Well, if you believe that, damn, I got 2 bridges I'll sell you. So I've sat back and watched this, and since our fallen president, he falls on bicycles upstairs and everything else, started into power, they have tried to pit us against each other. Rich against poor, black against white, white against brown, brown against black. Nobody's fighting. Nobody. We all got problems, but it ain't worth civil unrest, and everybody knows it. But now, where they're turning their back on these people, and they're sending people in stealing, and I don't want to give out misinformation. I'm just things I've heard and read. Agencies are taking stuff and giving it to the illegals, and some gentleman that works for FEMA got cocky and arrogant with a group and a couple guys, and they stomped his ass. Well, they want civil unrest. By God, they'll get it from this, because there's people dying, and children that are going to die, people that we're never going to find them because they're under 30 foot of mud. They're gone. And you turn your back on people and you steal, and what's not stealing, what they're doing, oh my God, it's stealing, is you bring in supplies and they decide where it's going to go. They decide who gets it. Well, bullshit, Yeah, and cold weather, I've said in many videos, if you want to kill a bunch of people, you screw them when it's cold, not when it's hot. Hot, you can take off clothes. But you can only put on so many to stay warm, and these people are in the mountains. I'm on top of a mountain. I am 1,500, 1,700 feet. But you go into the Smokies, that's the mountains. Them people will freeze to death. Freeze to death. And it's going to take months and months and months and months to get that. And the government's not doing nothing. They're going to let them die. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to let them people perish. And they're going to claim they don't have the money. But we got the money to fund every other SOB on this planet but our own people. Civil unrest, here it comes. You wanted it. You wanted civil unrest. You're going to get it. But people will be so mad, they won't care anymore. And when this starts, and I'm pretty sure it will start, it will be an absolute shit show. And then somebody was saying, and I don't know this to be true, we've got so many soldiers overseas that the FEMA people or the United Nations, well, I hate to tell you folks this, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, and you can quote me if I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But United Nations, when they bring their military here, that's an act of war, no matter how they're cloaked, FEMA or whatever. When foreign boots hit our soil, it's an act of war, period. That's the way it's always been told to me, and I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but the way I understand it, foreign troops come here. As soon as their little boots hit the ground, it's an act of war. And somebody please check on that. Let me know if I'm right or wrong, but I think I'm right. But I've seen enough people. They're pissed. They have lost everything they got. And I had a neighbor, bless her heart, she buys storage containers. And all these containers had closed. And she could have taken them to the Goodwill. She could have taken them to a consignment shop. She could have made money. What did she do? She did, oh my goodness, I'm going to say 30 loads of laundry. And the local laundromat paid for it. She hauled it up there. She washed it. They paid to wash it. She folded it, boxed it up, and sent it to the Carolinas. All the local churches are sending stuff. Why? Because the federal government sucks, and they're not going to do anything but let them people die. I don't get on here for legal purposes. Let me say this: I do not condone violence. I'm not trying to incite violence. I'm just speaking my mind and sharing my opinion. But I do believe we will see civil unrest come out of this, and the only saving grace for us will be if our boy goes back in, when he goes back into office. I won't say if, I'll say when he goes back into office, he'll handle it. Unless they pull some bullshit like they did last time and steal the election again. And then I'm pretty sure we'll have all out civil unrest, and it'll just be what it is. I saw a TikTok video today. Some lady was talking about her daughter lives somewhere in Tennessee. She named the place. I don't remember where because I've never been there. Said Walmart's pulling the meat and dairy off their shelves, and there's no reason for that. That's not happening here. I checked. I put gas in my car a few minutes ago. Gas was $2.79.9 a gallon. So, I guess it really depends on where you live. But boys and girls, I believe here it comes. You might as well. And if I'm wrong, great. If I'm right, that sucks. But time to put on your big boy britches and get ready to get with it. And I just wanted to get on here and share my opinion, because I know I don't put out content like I used to, especially with the schedule I've been working. I've been working nights, evenings and nights, and so my days off, I think, are Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I can tell you right now, Wednesday, I sleep Wednesday away. I'm in a coma because I'm tired, but I'd like to be able to share where I work, but we got trolls, and I'm not going to do that. I think I got chocolate on my shirt. I don't know where that came from. Must have bumped into somebody eating chocolate. Anyway, I just want to get on here and share my opinion, give you my opinion. My opinion is worth exactly 2 cents. I don't take myself too seriously, but I do want to speak the truth. Let's see what they keep sending out. Oh, they're going to need it forever. That place will, the Carolinas will never be right. But we all need to stand together and tell the Fed, no, you don't get to take this land. No, you don't. And any agency that rolls in there, they need to be dealt with, and be dealt with in a very harsh manner. And I think a lot of the sheriffs now up there are saying, hey, anybody comes in here, we're going to arrest you, and they should, and not and lock them up and not let the Fed have them back. The Fed's gotten too big for their britches, and it's time to shut that down, plain and simple. If that means total destruction of our federal municipality, then let's do it and start that all over again. They're supposed to work for us. They're supposed to fear us. They don't fear us. They want us dead. They work for themselves to make themselves rich. Any congressman or senator that goes into office and they're living paycheck to paycheck, and when they're done, their bank account's fat, well, it is what it is. Unless you're a dumbass, they're on the take. And that's all of them. And it's not like I blame anybody, because if you're in that position, even with the greatest conviction, somebody hands you enough money, you'll put your convictions on a shelf. I mean, that's just human nature. Especially when you're talking about millions of dollars. And some of them people are coming out with hundreds of millions of dollars. But by the same token, when they come out with hundreds of millions of dollars, we should find a real short piece of rope and a real tall tree. That's all I got to say about that. It's way past time. We've been lazy and let the man handle it, and then the left they've always been like a little chihuahua, bark, 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 and we'd shoo them away because they knew we were the big dog. But being the big dog lazy on the porch has done got us screwed because now there's a wolf at the door. And they want to do away with the sheepdog. And anybody that's, oh no, that ain't, oh, you're an idiot. You know, go back and look at history. Look at the Jews in Nazi Germany. They didn't think that happened either. And it sure did. So, you know, talk to people that came from communist countries. They'll tell you quick. It don't work. The poor stay poor, and the rich just get richer. And it's hard when you're in a society like that to get up because somebody's got their boot on your neck the whole time. I'm not going to live that way. I'll be damned if I'm going to live on my knees. My mom and daddy didn't raise me that way. I'm starting to ramble. I'm sorry. But I got to get home and get laundry done and get ready for work tomorrow night. And but I will say the job I've got, I'm enjoying it. It can be taxing on your brain. It's very rarely physical, but it's very taxing, and but I enjoy it. So I'm sorry I can't talk about it. I'd love to be able to talk about it. I'd share it if I could, but I can't. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope all my subscribers are safe. Hope your families are safe. And I hope God keeps blessing all of you. I really do. I mean that with all my heart. And however this turns out, it'll just be what it is, and we'll have to deal with it when the time comes. But anyway, folks, more videos coming soon. God willing, and the creek don't rise. That is my 2 cents. Please remember, your glass is always half full and never half empty. You keep praying for me, and I'll keep praying for you all. Come on back, Western Prepper, anytime. I love y'all. Bye-bye.